Assalamualaikum and good afternoon to my fellow classmates. So today we will be presenting about the event where Dr. Mahathir Mohamad became the seventh Prime Minister in Malaysia. As you can see, this slide has been prepared by the four of us. So moving on to the first primary sources, which is the news article presented by Muhammad Firdaus.
So what we can see here, articles is one of the example of primary sources because the content is original or a first-hand account to an event. For example, here we attach one example of article about Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, who is the former 7th Prime Minister of Malaysia. This article gives direct evidence about him, which caused an article like this to be one of the example of primary sources.
The next primary sources is recorded speech and specifically an oath. As we can see in this picture, the seventh Prime Minister, who is Tun Dr. Mahathir, swore in front of Malaysian King. The recorded speech can be counted as primary sources because it is a direct evidence from a person in an event.
Okay, the third example for the primary sources is from the journal. Okay, based on this topic, this journal has shown the title is Malaysia's Mahathir Mohamad is now the world's oldest leader. And from this resource, we can know that the writer for this journal has given the information from himself, and it is should be categorized as a primary source. And I think this is the best category for a journal, and we can conclude that the journal is has the info from the writer, and it should be concluded as primary sources. Next.
So now I will be presenting on the first of the secondary sources, which is the news article interpreting the event. Now, please bear in mind that news article that interprets the event is not the same as the news article during the event itself, because in this particular article, it reiterates what happened or what has been said during the event. So as you can see here, it said that Mahathir Mohamad, the man who dominated Malaysian politics, it's not specifically stating about the events, it also reiterates based on the history of Mahathir Mohamad and his achievements. So for that, I can conclude that because it is a reiteration of the the primary source, it is counted as a secondary source. So moving on to the second and third, which is the final.
The next second sources is the book. As we know, the book is classified as a second source because it provides second-hand information and commentary from other researchers. As you can see here, this book is telling us about Tun Mahathir's background. So this book is classified as historical sources because it interprets and analyzes primary sources.
And with that, I can conclude that the book has told us about the history and the biography, which is basically the retelling of the original information that is given to us. And then I can conclude that this book itself is a secondary source. So for that, that marks the end of our meeting. And thank you everyone for your cooperation. We shall see again.
Thank you.
Thank you.